Hello there, I'm Danielle Masterson with Nutraingredients, and we are here on day 2 at the Nutrify Today C-Suite Sunflex Summit 2026, and we're going to be talking about the role of CDMOs and Nutra brands. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me.
Hello. Hello.
Suresh, I will start with you. How has the role of CDMO evolved from, make this product to help us design a product that can win?
Earlier, CDMO role was different. Client just came with the finished product we manufacture, supply to them. So now the time has totally changed. CDMO role is now much bigger than before. So now we totally design the product from the ingredient to up to the market level. So we try to understand our client first, what they wanted. So if that needs the research, we do that. They are having the ideas, they have the fancy format, but we convert to that into the realistic requirement of the user. So we do the ingredients which are science-based, some are patented, very selective. Whenever some client comes, we see the possibility how we can give the best of the bird ingredient. We study that. We go through the AI, try to extract what is the best for that product. Then we study that. We study the regulatory, what is the latest regulatory of that ingredients is required. What are the combination of the ingredients so that there should not be any negative effect with each other. So we see that what is the packing, because packing plays also a big role. So we do all type of study for them. Then we manufacture the product, giving as per their requirement, and finally make such a product which is well acceptable, making a design which is acceptable to the client, acceptable in the market, acceptable to the international markets. So that is, our role is much bigger to design the product, not just a giving. So we are now the partner, not just a manufacturer. So whenever even the startup comes, having it's just a fancy word, we need this, but we give from idea to commercial, all the aspects, because in one house we are having everything. So that way we supply them. That becoming effective to people.
So it sounds like it's not transactional, it's much more of a partnership these days.
Right.
Jeannie, this next question is for you. If you've gone to any shows lately, I'm sure you've seen effervescence and gummies and sachets and capsules and all sorts of things. How much brand differentiation is coming from various delivery formats?
Like it's in the nutraceuticals, like every brand which is going to come into the market, they're looking something to be giving unique, and that uniqueness should be such a way that the consumer friendly, or it should be the consumer benefited. So it has become like R&D, like the research, like we are developing different formats, such a way that the required nutrition is going to the consumer on a friendly base, where they'll not be thinking that it is something for curing or something, but to make it habit forming. So it has become a very requirement, like it is must today that everyone have to work on a different formats to make the consumer friendly. So here like the new format which has come, like gummies, which is been, before it was been just like only playful, it was having only multivitamins or something. But now the gummy format, like which has become more popular, we're adding more health ingredients into the product and giving the benefit to the consumer, like the products which has come for weight management, metabolism boosting. So different categories have come with that, like, and it has becoming difficult even for the CDMO. The research has become more into scientific way to make it product useful to the consumer, and same way, the stability of the ingredients which we add.
Right. So you mentioned gummies, and would you say that's probably the most challenging
Which is-
format to work with?
Presently.
hmm And just thinking about the different categories and demographics. So we've got, sports nutrition. Do you think about formats in terms of like the different categories and how you might market them to different groups of people? Like, do women want something, capsules, and do men want this? Do kids want gummies? Like, how does that work?
It's not like that, like they need to be in a tablet or it should be in a capsule format. The first thing is like, what is the thing you want to give it to the consumer? What is the product or what is the nutrient which you want to give it? So it depends upon the nutrient quantity to be given in single dose. It decides the formats. So that's how, like you would say, it's a sport nutrition. Usually the maximum or the minimum amount of the nutrient which you have to give is more than 2 grams, 3 grams. So where we cannot go in a gummy or in a tablet or a capsule format there. So there we have to go in a different format like sachets. And now we are making something like mouth-soluble sachets. The new type, like where the people doesn't require any water to be taken. Just remove and then take it. The another one, it has come like liquids, like shots, or the packaging in a single-use sachets like. So these are the different formats which is coming up, but depends upon the nutrient which you want to give it to the consumer.
So I have to imagine working in Nutra, that's exciting. I mean, it's challenging, but it has to be kind of fun to try to solve some of these solutions for various formats. But Ajay, just thinking about, you work in pharma and Nutra, is that something that pharma deals with? Do you have to come up with fun delivery formats, or is it just pills?
See, pharma is a lot more regulated. So if you're talking solids, oral solids, there's only that much that you can do with it. It can be a sustained release. Some people may prefer a capsule, some may prefer a tablet, but the ways you can play with it gets a lot limited. And we are generics first. So it also gets limited to what the innovator has done. Whereas when you're talking pharma, technically you are the innovator, or in partnership with the CDMO, that partnership is the innovator for a particular set of ingredients in a particular format. As you had just mentioned, the emerging formats.
When would you say a CDMO relationship becomes strategically important versus, like we were just talking about, transactional?
True. I think I'll make this very real with a real example from our portfolio, which is in public domain, so there's nothing strategic that I'm talking about in that sense. So one of India's oldest technically nutraceutical brands is a brand called A to Z, and it's been around for decades. It's our multi-vit now, and it's doctor prescribed, right? But when we think of taking A to Z to the next level, we have to start thinking consumer. And when did this transition happen? It happened after COVID because people started going online and searching for zinc and immunity and whatnot, right? So you have a core which is doctor prescribed, multivit. Now you need to create that halo around it. You need to get on channels which today's consumer, Gen Z, etc. goes into. And that's where a CDMO partnership becomes very important. And without looking eye to eye, one of the partners is on this table and it's multiple products.
Okay.
So what we are trying to do is move this legacy massive brand into consumer space, into online space. And that's where you start experimenting. Let's say a vitamin C but a different form. Let's say an iron but a different form. Let's say something that is more geriatric without calling it. We already had a pharma product in A to Z gold as in golden years. But now if I need to think geriatric, what do they need? And can I provide that? All it can be an antioxidant, or it can be back to those, knee and joint and whatnot. So what we will do is call on them, okay, what are you thinking in terms of geriatric? And that's where the solutioning comes up. So they may actually send me a list of 25 geriatric possibilities from their portfolio, which otherwise would have taken me months to figure out on our own.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it sounds like there's a lot more collaboration.
Ideation, almost a co-ideation.
This next one's for you, Sharam. As pharma enters Nutra more aggressively, will it raise CDMO standards or struggle with the category speed and fragmentation?
As I told you, most of the people in India have come with a pharma DNA to Nutra. Very less of them are just being pure nutraceutical manufacturers. The standards, and if you look at Nutra has been marketed by pharma companies as a prescriptive product because of the way the licensing was there in the country. All the license in the past used to take place as a drug license. And to that extent, the standards were the same. When FSSAI's Act opened up and we started in 2017 onwards, most of the supply to the pharma has taken place from those manufacturers who understand this quality. They understand the value that has to be delivered to these companies. We have also seen an explosion of a lot of companies coming in the online space, or even the OTC manufacturers. But because of the kind of expectation that we have, standards have only gone up. They have not gone down. This challenge has been met. I think if you look at the companies, both of them were CDMOs. They are not only manufacturing for pharma, they are manufacturing for the OTC brands. They are also manufacturing for the online brands. So that means they are setting the same standards for them as they are setting for pharma. So it is reverse, kind of engineering that in India, where we have tried to build. Yes, there are players who are entering new in the manufacturing setup, but when they approach a pharma company, or a company which is large, the expectations have to be met. Otherwise, our quality departments would not even, allow the marketing team to, license a product or manufacture a product or develop a product with them. So the rejection rate is very high when the pharma standards are set. But that means that the new manufacturers also understand that unless they scale up to meet the other quality CDMOs, they will not be able to survive in the competition.
You mentioned standards have gone up over the years. How long have you been in the industry?
35 years.
All right. So when you started, how was Nutra looked at versus how is it now?
So Nutra was always a primary nutrition when we started our career. So it was deficiencies which were actually even today deficiencies do exist, whether it's iron, whether it's vitamin D3, whether it is calcium, all these deficiencies exist. But what has also happened is doctors who are attending to primary deficiency also have realized that if they need to take care of their patients and have a good outcome of their treatment, the co-prescriptive space is where nutrition is actually supporting them for better recovery, for better outcome of the work that the doctor wants to do. And that's how things have changed. So something like collagen, a pharmacologist who would be a medical director for companies like us would say, this protein, it will get digested. How is it going to really help the joints? But today, they've also started understanding this particular pathway. Fortunately for India, there was always alternative medicine. So we used to have alternative medicine which used to do the job where if you look at science has evolved in two ways. One is by observation, second is by proving it. All that has been observation is also science. All that is being proved is also science. So if you look at traditional medicine, it has been observational medicine. And that is now getting adapted to the way people are taking up Nutra. So over 35 years, people have understood that just by giving primary deficiencies, you cannot take care of the heart, you cannot take care of the joint, you cannot take care of the hair. And that consumer awareness is also building because it's a stepwise method. We have the challenge of languages, that's why the progress is a little slow. We're not all English-speaking country. The way adoption is taking place, I think we will be faster. Everything. Look at digital money, we are fast. Mobiles, we are fast. I think in nutrition also we will be very fast.
Yeah. Thinking about consumer awareness, where do you all think it's coming from? Is it TikTok or is it doctors or is it brands? Like, where are people getting their information?
Yeah, anybody would like to answer? Yeah. According to me, the information is sitting all across. You see a lot of influencers on Insta, which are actually nutritionists who are talking. Regulation, behind the scene is a strong regulation which is working to say that, people who are not qualified should not become influencers in the Nutra space. That's the most important thing that has actually happened. And there's a watchdog, a regulator who is actually looking at it. Claims are being regulated. So, while the spread of information is there, people can today just ask, Gemini, and it will say, this is all the information that is there for you. But I think people are learning to understand that they need to read more, understand more before they choose their nutrition. Previously, it was just a pure influencer. today I think this change which is taking place every day is people are trying to become more aware.
I see you shaking.
Yeah, he wants to say a lot of things.
Yeah. I think what is happening is there are these phases when particular ingredients or molecules suddenly get talked about. So there was a OTT series on marriages and the whole prep before a marriage. And suddenly people were talking glutathione. Recently that's been magnesium. And the industry is fairly agile. So we were looking at, say, a particular salt of magnesium. We've launched it, it's done well. Then we realized there are brands out there just go and search on Amazon, you'll find them, which have 3 magnesium salts. Oh, fine, we started looking at possibilities. Then we realized there people are pushing 5, 7, 10. I mean, from multivitamin and multi-mineral, you're now talking multi-magnesium within a multi-mineral. And the reason that is happening is awareness. Because a patient has also understood that, let's say, a bisglycinate may be good for muscle recovery, but L-threonate may be better for the brain. So the patient also knows what to hunt for.
Where do you think
Actually, I should say customer, not patient, in some cases from the Nutra side.
Actually, scenario has totally changed. Earlier, everybody, when sick, going to the doctor, taking the medicine, everybody talks about pharma only. So now the awareness came towards the Nutra. So where we pray to the God every day, there nobody should be sick on this earth. So where the preventive health nutraceutical comes. So now the mindset has totally changed. Doctors are becoming expensive. There is hardly any time especially to the young generation. All the smart talent looks that sitting at the net, how they can get everything at home. So they are just searching. These are the deficiency, getting the blood tested. These are the deficiency stands, going on the net. What are the preventive products are available in the market? And they get at home, use for a few days, and they are fit. So now the mindset has totally changed. All the pharma industry now, some already entered, some are looking at the worldwide where they can buy the other company falls under the Nutra. Using their brand names, they don't want to invest heavily on the manufacturing, where the role of CDMO comes. So we give the services, whatever the demanded by the leaders or in pharma, CMC. So all this, they wanted to enter in Nutra. So we, as a manufacturing, to supply those things in a vast way with a different dossier form, because the mindset has totally changed. Earlier, there was just talking on the tablets, capsules, powders, liquids. Now, talking on the simple, easy to carry gummies, this chewable shots, different melt form, and the tablets. So many things are already came into the market. Mindset has totally changed. Now everybody taking that into their bag in the morning. Whenever he wants, he uses that. So now for that, CDMOs making that products in the easy form, supplied to all the clients in such a form which they needed. So with the change of time, they need the different dossier where we are serving. So that's the main CDMO roles.
And how long have you been in the industry?
Pardon?
How long have you been in this business?
We started this journey in 1987 as a dairy industry, but subsequently in 2004, we entered into the Nutra industry. So now all the big players are our clients to manufacture their product, domestic as well as the global level.
You mentioned the various changes and how people are adopting a lot more, vitamin supplementation regimens. What would you say has been like the biggest inflection point for you for Nutra over the past 20, 30 years that you've witnessed?
The mindset has totally changed. Earlier, everybody is going on the old dosage forms, just using tablet, capsule. Everybody is saying tablet, capsule, tablet, capsule. But now, everybody wants safe, quality product, having science behind that, easy to carry. And there must be some clinical studies or some well-proven science behind that. So those such dosages, like he has mentioned about gummies, chewable, shots, mouth melting. So everything is now totally taking. New startups are coming with a wonderful ideas. These days, if you will see every second day, there is a new formulation, new fancy idea comes. But how to scale up, they don't know. They need not a lot of help of the CDMOs, where the bigger role comes from the idea which comes to the commercialize. That means doing some search about that, what is the science behind that, what is the ingredients required, which ingredients are the patented into the markets, what are the ingredients allowed by the regulatories, what type of labels they have to give, what are the claims. So there are so many things which in starting they don't know where the CDMO comes to make the product, because they don't know the costing about that. So using the expertise of the CDMO, which they learn from the many years, so they give to that, and that becomes practical how to market.
There's so much that goes into it that most consumers probably don't know. One thing that we were talking about a little bit yesterday during one of my panels was proprietary blends. Chini, thinking about CDMOs, should they develop proprietary formulation platforms and intellectual property, or does that risk competing with brands that they serve?
You mean to say that the CDMO want to create their own brand? It's competing with
Proprietary,
that.
yeah.
I will say that the CDMO have to be as a CDMO.
Yeah,
Because
he is right.
The companies where we are working, or when we are discussing with the companies for building their idea chain to the product. So there are so much of the communications go through from one company, and that is from the marketing companies to the CDMOs, or else the idea cannot be produced to the product. So if the CDMO is going to create his own brand, the first limitation will be that the marketing company, the ideation company which is coming with the idea will not share the idea, because the idea which has been shared, the 100 ideas will not become a product. But if you think that there is a product which they want to produce it, and before that the CDMO is going to release that idea into a product, then it's gone. So I will say strictly the CDMO have to be as a CDMO.
It is
surely
a
that
lot
it
of
conflicts.
risk start to their product.
So that they get the
And
confidence.
we are becoming the competitor, so they don't like it.
Gotcha.
So they stop the ideas there only and not relish or entertaining to us
Okay.
if they want to start the business, because they have a lot of risk there. That
You
true
guys
also.
look like you agree.
There may be exceptions, and one exception could be, and I think there's an example on the floor above from Korea as well. See, for us, one set of ideation is what happens in-house with the businesses, whatever they may have heard from doctors and so on. The next set of ideation is with our CDMO partners, since we talk very, very often. Now, I may not know 20 people in Korea who've got fancy products in, let's say, cosmetology, because there's a lot happening in Korea in cosmetology. And likewise Nutra. But the gentleman here may have come across such potential Korean products on trade events and so on globally. Now, one of the ways we could make this happen is when we are getting into a exclusive, or at most say a semi-exclusive, let's say two companies getting into a particular product. So what would happen is the CDMO would have the sole rights of that international IP for the Indian market. And then on an exclusive or a semi-exclusive basis, for a certain period of time, we could be tying up the brand that the customer sees may still be mine. The blend may be imported with sole rights with the CDMO, but the actual patent may still be in Korea.
So actually, I wanted to tell you, the gap is who understands the product, who understands the market. When you talk about companies you're marketing, they understand the customers, the consumers, the patients' psychology. They are there to gather a lot of inputs to tell you exactly how a product will succeed. A patented format need not succeed. Patent is for the innovation, whereas success is on the consumer, customer, positioning, requirement, the need gap in the marketplace. So there is a wealth of knowledge coming from one side. If somebody is an expert in a particular area, whether it's a type of format, it's a type of formulation, but are willing to partner in an appropriate way, then IPs can be jointly co-created. The objective of the every marketing company, as you rightly said, we don't want to partner too much, we don't want too many players coming in. Otherwise, we can't make the money after investing, because marketing requires a lot of investment. When you talk about the kitchen, there's a lot of cost. But when it comes to the market, your 3x is your cost. If I put in 3x of my cost, okay, and then I see that somebody is breaking that, the pathway for building a brand, then I'm not comfortable. That's where, very understanding is there between companies and CDMOs.
So there is always a need of trustworthy CDMO all time.
Yes.
And the trustworthy comes
Where
when
our
the
journey
CDMO
starts.
doesn't go into the market by themselves.
Thank you all for breaking it down. I have one final question. I'll start with you, Shriram.
Yeah.
I just want you all to kind of complete the sentence. The future CDMO will not be judged by capacity alone, but by
capability and the partnership.
Quality and collaboration.
Basically, to understand the need of.
The trust, I say.
Yes.
The marketing company having on them that for giving you quality, sustained product and proper deliveries. So then you should have a trust, and that
Timely deliveries are very, very big.
Well said. Thank you all so much for joining me today. This was great.
Pleasure is
So thank you so much. Thank you very much.